welcome back to another episode of Not Being Funny with me, Emily Moores. So this week we're going to be talking all about summer. Summer's fast approaching, guys, and cannot wait. I go on my first, my main holiday of this year in 3 weeks. And I cannot wait. I have been I'm going to be I've been bashing the gym, but I feel like I've been doing that for quite a while now. I feel like I go gym all year round have done for several years now, but I feel like at the minute I've been really going for it, and yeah, I'm really excited. Not that you need to do that before your holidays, but it's just nice sometimes, isn't it, to feel right, I've the bum is ready, the body's ready, the arms are ready. But yeah, I'm just so excited. I've just placed a big Shein order, and I know Shein's not the best, and you probably shouldn't always order off Shein, but I'm not gonna Shein order in flipping forever. And I just thought, sometimes it's just got to be done. I know it's cheap for a reason, but the bank account is not flexing, let's order off everything Motel Rocks, you know what I mean, or everything off ASOS. It was saying Shein, and I ordered quite a bit off Shein. Yeah, no, I have so many bikinis. I did not need any more bikinis, but I have bought 2 for this trip. I thought, fair. It's just nice each year to just get new bits. And I know it's probably not the most environmentally friendly, but you just can't help yourself. I've really reined myself in. I used to be, and I am. I think I'm a shopaholic, and I definitely used to be far worse. But I've got better. I have, and 2 bikinis for this trip is pretty good going. And I have got a few other trips coming up, so watch me say this and then order a few more. But I ordered this gorgeous tiny bikini from Zara. Now, if you're watching this or you know me, I am a petite, I'm a small boob girl. There's not much going on in that department. And I have had occasions where I have been rang my mum. I remember at uni being I need to get a boob job, I need a boob job. And my friend has actually just had one, and she looks unreal, absolutely unreal. And they don't look false, you know what I mean? Yeah, she said I can tell she had her boobs done because they were small, now they're big, but they look so good. And I didn't realize you can get different shapes, where you can get the round ones that kind of look like they're sitting off your chest, and then the other ones that are kind of sloped, and that's what she's had. So they look more a gradual, so they don't look as obvious. Obviously you can tell when someone's had the boobs done because they're quite perky, aren't they, set up right, but they look quite good. Quite a few girls from my year, or people I used to be friends with, I used to work with and stuff, I had their boobs done. And I think I wouldn't, I think I'm a bit of a wuss when it comes to things like that, tattoos. I was seriously, when I was in Thailand last, Grace got a tattoo, my friend that I went with, and I was so tempted to get one, and I was I'm gonna do it, and I was psyching myself up on this sun lounger all day. We were pretty drunk, looking at all these different designs, and then I just couldn't do it. I couldn't go through with it, and I don't know what it is in me, but I just won't. And it's the same with getting my belly button pierced. I know I would look good with a belly button pierced, and I always kind of have got my belly out and stuff, and my sister's got it and it looks so nice. The hole gets me, and I don't know if you know what I mean, and I feel people who have the belly button pierced obviously don't care about this, but I just think one day I'm gonna want to take it out, and that hole stays. I'm pretty sure the hole is always kind of there. You look like you've got a little dot, hole above your belly button. And not that it matters, because by the time you take it out, you're probably not showing your belly as much anyway. But I don't know. I'm I like it, but then I don't like the look of that, the hole. You know what I mean? So I've never done it, but I probably just should have, because for ages, I remember when I was young, absolutely loving the look of belly button piercings. And I can remember 2 of my friends going to go get them done when we were 15. They went together, their mums took them, and it was a huge deal. They've gone and got the belly buttons pierced. God, at that point I only had my lobes done. That was a big deal for me, getting the top of my ear done. My second piercings felt like a rebellion, because I was just about to go uni, and working at McDonald's for like the whole time I was at college, you were never allowed your nails done, you know, like nail varnish, you weren't allowed any piercings, any earrings in. So I left and I went and got my nails done, and I went and got my piercings done. And I don't know about you, but I feel like I kind of preferred the gun. Like, and I don't know if I think the needle's meant to be better that people get their ears pierced with. But I had a needle at the top of my ear. And I keep wanting to get some more piercings done, but then I'm like, I can't be bothered. Like, we went out for my birthday in Leeds, me and my friends, and we were like, right, we're going to go get piercings. And I looked at the price and I just thought, I can't be arsed. Like, I cannot be bothered paying that. Like, I like earrings and stuff, but like, the piercings that I've got allow me to wear big earrings. And big earrings, oh, don't even get me started, because I flipping love a chunky ring, like a chunky hoop. My ears, I wore these like massive plastic coloured hoops, and it wasn't the first time I'd worn them, but I wore them all day when I was travelling in Vietnam, and I just must have had them in for too long, and I could feel that they were hurting, and it ripped my ear a bit, like it just split it. So now my ear lobe is a bit more like a slit rather than a hole, and it makes me feel a bit ill looking at it. It looks like gross, and I don't want to like have old lady saggy earlobes, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want that, because you know, like when you see like old women with like huge earlobes, that doesn't need to be me at 23, you know what I mean? So I feel like small hoops might be the one for now. Yeah, keep it small. But no, I quite like a small hoop now. I've got some new hoops from, what's it called that everyone gets at Boho Moon. I got some new jewellery not that long ago. I got some hoops and some necklaces, and they're all like stainless steel gold, or whatever you call it, like the gold that doesn't tarnish. That's still pretty cheap. They were like a tenner a piece. It's like a £10 sale. And I would say do it if you're a gold girl, because like, or even silver, you know how bad things can rust, and it just knocks me off. Like, I have all this nice like dress jewellery, and then it goes this gross colour, or like dyes my ears or my fingers green. You just don't want that. Like, if I can get cheap jewellery that then doesn't tarnish as well, like, what a success. So that is what I've got. Don't know how I got onto the topic of boobs. This is what we're talking about. So let's rein it back in. I got this bikini from Zara, and it's like a little underboob bikini. And I did get it in an extra small, and I had to get a small. So yeah, the bikini sizes are absolutely minute. Like, it was showing nipple, and I'm thinking, God, like, you want a minimal chest and you showing nipple in this bikini, like, how is this happening? But yeah, got a small in that, and it's real nice. And then I think from Shein I got some like dresses, some 2-pieces, because what are we all wearing for summer? You know what I mean? What is the vibe this year? Because jorts are definitely coming back in as a big thing. I've got a pair of jorts, but my jorts are like from some big kilo sale, and they are like massive men's denim jorts with a drawstring. They're like very thin denim. So I do want to get some more proper ones that I would feel like confident wearing out, maybe on a night out. These are very slouchy, definitely like daytime ones. So I will get some more, and I probably will get them from like Motel or something like that, or PLT if they've got any going. So I feel like that's going to be a really big thing this summer, is jorts. And if you're someone that thinks jorts are ugly, like, just get a grip. Like, they're just cute, like very like Adam Sandler looking long shorts, you know what I mean? Like, don't kill to be comfy sometimes and not chafe. Like, I'm loving this coming in because I chafe. Like, I have thighs that rub together, and I don't need to be wearing mini shorts all the time because it doesn't work, or mini dresses, God forbid a long dress. Or me and my ex-boyfriend went on holiday last year, and we went on this really nice day out to Palma in Mallorca, and I wore this like really long bandeau dress, and it was fine because it was like knitted. My legs were like oh, they were so wet, like they were just so sweaty, and you just know that feeling, don't you, when you're chafing, and it was like a big walking day. And I just didn't want to ruin the day, because obviously he's got sensible choice of clothes on, he's got shorts on and he's fine, and I've worn this bloody dress because I think it looks cute. I'm absolutely wet through, and but it was a nice day, but the chafe was not the one. So maybe I'll save that more for a cooler day or a nighttime kind of dress. But it's definitely, when you just know, like, this dress is meant for the daytime. It was this lovely, like, white knitted with stripes. I think that might have also been from Shein, I'm not too sure, but yeah, don't even chafe this year. And I've also bought some nice, like, little yoga set thing, because where I'm going is to Bali, and I'm so excited. So yeah, I go in 3.5 weeks now, literally less than that now. So 3 weeks on Monday, me and my friend Ella fly to Bali, and we're going to meet my friend Jordan there, who's flying from Australia. So it will be so fun, and I just cannot wait to be like back in that mindset. And it's going to be so sad because I'm not there for long, I'm only doing 2 weeks, and I just wish I was going travelling. Like, I feel like when I didn't get that job that I spoke about in my last episode, I was literally just like, oh, maybe now is the time to just go travelling. But oh, it's so frustrating. But yeah, I'm going for 2 weeks, and it's going to be so much fun to be like on like a tropical beach, and just be at beach clubs, and just going on like hikes and doing yoga. So basically what we have got planned for our trip, and maybe this is a good thing, like if you've never been to Thailand or you've never been to Bali, I've had the luxury of, like, all three of us have already they've been to Thailand, they've not been to Bali before. But it's really nice just to travel in there. So even if you're going for 2 weeks, like, I would recommend, like, not getting a hotel, especially if you're going, like, you and your boyfriend, or you and even with your family. Like, get like cheaper hotels and just travel around and see a few places. So we arrive on the Tuesday, and we've booked to stay in Canggu for like 4 nights, I think, and we're staying at a hostel, all that we found on Hostel World. And hostels, I think people have really scary, like, stereotypes of hostels, where you think, God, you're like in some awful, smelly, rammed room, and there's just loads of people, and people will be pinching your stuff and having sex here, there, and everywhere. Like, yeah, maybe you might get a weird, dodgy hostel like that, but, like, predominantly, me and my friend, we went to like 25 to 27 places, I think, when we went traveling, and we didn't have that experience. Like, we had nice hostels, even the shared rooms were fine. Like, there was the odd occasion where I was like, yeah, maybe we should have switched rooms or asked to switch room. Like, we did have this occasion where we were in Vietnam, and it wasn't a very touristy place. It was more of like, it's called Da Nang, and it was more of a place where I feel like if you were from the surrounding countries or from Vietnam, it was like their place to go on holiday. So it wasn't a lot of like British, American, Australian tourists there. So it wasn't like mega touristy for travellers, if you know what I mean. It was more like a holiday destination for if you were from Asia. Like, that was the vibe of it. So we stayed in this hostel, and it was just all men that we got put with. Like, there was this big group, 2 massive groups of men, and we were just 2 young girls. And then you just think, like, would you not look at the age demographic and maybe put these 2 girls in a different room than just with all older men? And I wouldn't have even minded, but these men were just all a bit like, you know, when you feel like, are you taking the mick out of me? Because they kept kind of talking to us. They didn't speak English, so they would like speak to us in English and then speak in like their language, and then be like saying our names but like laughing, and we were just kind of sat there like, yeah, like not knowing what's going on or what the conversation is. And I think I was only a bit more sensitive that day, because the other thing about traveling, and I'm saying these things and I'm being like, go traveling, no, I was really poorly when I first got to Vietnam. Like, I don't know what we'd just come from Laos, and I don't know if I had food poisoning or it was from the drink, but I was very unwell, and let's say it was just coming out of both ends for several hours, and I was absolutely exhausted after that. And then from that, I think dehydration does cause constipation sometimes. I did not go to the toilet for 9 days, and that constipation like hit me hard. Like I was able to function, like I was fine, but my belly felt like a literal rock. And the toilet in this hostel was this like tiny room, like just for the toilet and a sink, and it was so hot, like in the toilet, didn't have aircon in the toilet. And I would just remember being sat there thinking like, just go toilet, just go toilet. And then when the men weren't in the room, I was like running around doing star jumps, like having all these fibre bars. Like every time we went out and we saw a shop, I was trying to buy like the equivalent of like Fibre One bars, because I was like, I need to go to the toilet. You'd be delighted to know that I've been to the toilet since. But yeah, I feel like that was awful. It was, I think it went up to like 10-11 days and I'd not been to the toilet. Oh, and we had some really long coaches that we were on, and I'd still not been to the toilet, and it was it was horrifying. It was horrible. But yeah, but after that I was fine, you know what I mean? Anyway, then after we went Vietnam, we went Bali. But my point is, it's nice to travel round and see different places. So we're going Canggu, which is a lot more party. We stayed in Seminyak last time, and I think the beach is called like Coochie Beach or something like that. Kuta Beach. I feel like that's it, Kuta, I think. And it's like an Australian holiday destination, and it's near where like the water park is and stuff. So we are going Canggu for 4 nights. We're staying in this like sports kind of boxing yoga hostel right near the beach, and we're right near Finn's Beach Club, Potato Head Beach Club. So there'll be some that we're going to. We've booked like a ring making thing, like where you make the silver and you make a ring, and you can make it gold or silver and get it engraved and stuff. And I don't think it was that expensive. I think it was like my friend Jordan's treated us to it, so I think it was like £20 each or something like that, maybe. But there's good activities that you can do. And then we're going to Uluwatu, which is at the bottom of the island, and I've not been there before, so I don't know what to expect, but I have seen it's very beachy, beach clubby, very chill, like, so that'll be lovely. It looks very scenic. It was slightly more expensive there. You say that on like the basis of it was maybe like £10-15 a night instead of like 5, because Canggu was really cheap. I think that was £5 a night, potentially £7 a night. And then we've booked a bus and a boat, so you can do all of your bookings for moving around on 1-2 Go Asia. So it's like we kept calling it 12 Go Asia. I feel like people call it different things, but I presume it's like 1-2 Go, because it's like go off you go Asia, it's called. And yeah, you can look on Rome to Rio like how you do it, and then on 12 Go Asia it will like book everything for you. So we've booked from our hotel already in Uluwatu to get to Gili, which is another island. So we've booked that this bus, it was all in one payment, it just does it for you. This bus is going to come pick us up at 6 in the morning, drive us up to the port, which is on the other side of the island. I think the coach probably like an hour and a half, and then it's got a boat that's going to then take us to Gili. And then when you get off the boat, the hostel where we've booked is right near the port. I've stayed in it before. It's like these little bungalows, and that was £8 a night, and we've got like a full little bungalow to ourselves, so they're really nice. Like I've stayed there before. I think it's called like Bale Sasak if you're looking for a place to stay in Gili. That is like a really good option to stay in, and we had such a pleasure, like really nice time there last time. And like the boys that were working there were all like singing to us and playing the guitar, and this boy was like playing the guitar. I just remember this vividly, like being, I was quite drunk, we come back from a night out and they're all sat on the doorstep singing, and then they started singing to us, and I feel like over there all the songs, you know, are like Adele or Coldplay, they're all quite sad songs to be honest, but yeah, singing all these songs, and then like they were taking requests, and even if he didn't know them, he was getting like the backing up on YouTube, and then he was like singing it like from the YouTube, but his fingers were bleeding, like the poor boy's fingers were bleeding because he's lost his pick for his guitar, and he was just like going away singing, like, and they got us all this like homemade wine that they've made, and they give us like a thimble of it, like it was so small, and it was so strong. But that is my favourite place I think I've ever been. Like, that is such a nice place to go. If you're gonna go to Bali, go to Gili. Like, I'm telling you, like, it's such a beautiful island, and it's so lovely. It's like, it's a Muslim island, so there's a mosque right in the centre of it, and 5 times a day obviously they pray, and it's like the sound of their prayers kind of come through a tannoy, like a really loud speaker, because the island's not very big. I don't know if there's speakers that surrounding the island that connect to the mosque, or it's just the mosque kind of plays it really loud, but it's like the singing from the mosque of them praying, and it's like takes over the island. But it's like not everyone stops and prays, but the music in bars and everyone working just kind of stops for like however long the prayer goes on for. I'm not sure how long it goes on for, but it just stopped, and it just was so peaceful, and it sounds like a bit cringy, but it was just felt like everyone kind of reconnected with like themselves and like God, maybe, you know what I mean, or that type of thing. Like, they just had a moment of like appreciation for what they were doing and listening, and just like having a chill for a minute, and it was just so nice. It was such a peaceful island. They don't have any cars on this island either. They do have horses, which, like, the horses look really actually malnourished and ill. I do remember that, and feeling really sorry for the horses, because they are like the taxis there, and we did not get on one of them, and I will not be getting on one of them. But Bab at the island was really, really lovely, and it's got like a real partiness to it at night as well. So I feel like you can do either. You can really chill, or you can like go at it, because a friend of mine has just been staying in a hostel there. He's been like managing the hostel, I think, and that was like the main hostel that's like known for being partyish in Gili, called the Atlas Hostel or Atlas something. But we didn't stay there because we thought he was still gonna be there, but he's left now. But yeah, it was a bit dearer. That was like £15 a night or something to be in a shared dorm, whereas this was cheaper and it was like a private room. But yeah, no, it's gonna be really lovely. And then we've booked our boat back to then go to a bud, because in Gili you can kind of go snorkeling and stuff like that. We went snorkeling with turtles last time, but we got to a bud and we only had a night there last time, and it was so sad, but we made the most of the time that we did. We thought we were gonna have slightly longer there, but there was a delay with the boat and everything, so we kind of just got there and we were like, right, we need to go out. So we went out, we got food, and then we booked tickets to a show. So we went and watched this Hindu dance show, and it was really good. We didn't have a clue what was going on, and it was mayhem in there. There was so many people on holiday and so many children there, but it was good. And then we went to like this night market and we bought all this nice jewellery and everything like that. But this time we'll probably go to like the monkey forest. There's like the rice fields. We might go to this place where I think it was where Julia Roberts gets her palm read, so I feel like we're all quite into that, so I'll probably go get something like that done. But yeah, I'm just so excited to have 2 weeks of just like pure zen and adventure, and get some massages done and just have fun. And all of us are single ladies, so I feel like it's gonna be just like, I really need like a hot girl summer. Like, after the winter I have just had, I need a hot girl summer, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like what a good time to be down and depressed in winter with a breakup, and then feel like reborn in the summer. Like, this is just what I need. And quite a few of my friends, my best friend, she's going through a breakup as well, and it's just gonna be the best best summer ever, I think. I fear. But yeah, and then I've got a trip to Milan booked with the girls as well. This podcast is just gonna be me being like what I'm doing for summer. I'm going to Milan as well, on a girls trip, and we've just booked like a little Airbnb, gonna go for some pizza, some wine. I am the only single on the trip though, so it won't be a date trip, you know what I mean? Not that you need that anyway, but I'm gonna be, there'll be wing woman in me with Italian men, because why not? You know what I mean? One's a fiance and one's wifed up, like, not wifed up, she's just a girlfriend. But yeah, so excited. And then I think me and my friends are gonna go to Benidorm. What a change. But yeah, I love Benidorm the series. I have been to Benidorm before, and I feel like it's funny, like Benidorm gets such a name for itself, and I feel like rightfully so. Like, it's pretty like stag do, hen do kind of central, isn't it? But I went on a family holiday when I was young, and I just remember having the best holiday. Like, we stayed in this like hotel, and a lot of the hotels in Benidorm kind of like don't have pools, or their pools are kind of like sunk down because it's quite built up. Benidorm, there's obviously a lot there. And our pool was like sunk down, so it was in the shade. I just remember it being freezing, and we were just out all day at the beach every day, going out for tea all the time, and it was just like so much fun. But we all love the Benidorm series, and I just cannot wait to go. And I just think we're gonna like, it'll just be a really nice holiday of like chilling in the, won't be chilling at all, but we can have the chill if we want, because I feel like that's like the group that we're gonna do, is like, you know, got that chill, but then also like go wham on a night out, because why not? Because we're in Benidorm, and let's go get like a mobility scooter and pretend we're Madge from Benidorm, and you know what I mean, stuff like that. Not get a crazy tattoo, but yeah. And then I think I'm going meeting my mum and dad on holiday in Bella Medina, where we kind of grew up, where I did grow up going, because my grandparents had an apartment there. But if that was not a burst of energy that you needed today, then that is your sign to book a holiday. Like, if you've got the money and the time off work, go book a flipping holiday. I am so excited for this summer to just feel like a reborn, got that energy back type of summer. Like, I've just been having the best time with my friends at the moment, and I've just been keeping so busy. And it's funny because now I have got Hinge back in the last few weeks, and I feel like I'm talking to people and they're like, yeah, I mean, asked out on all these dates, and my issue is I'm agreeing to them, and I don't go to any of them because I'm just like, oh, actually, like, I'm busy. Because I'm not even being like exaggerating or being flaky. It's just, I have so many plans at the minute. Like, God, who knew I just needed to be single to like ram up this diary? You know, it's funny, isn't it? Like, when you're in a relationship, like, I was busy a lot still, but my whole priority, and not that this was wrong at all, because my priority was my boyfriend, because it was like, he was like, I loved him and I wanted to spend all my time with him and everything like that. I obviously still seeing friends as well, but like, my weekends were kind of cut out from like what we were going to do, so I wasn't planning things, because I was like, well, I'm going to be with him on Friday, Saturday, or Friday, Sunday, or something like that. Whereas now, God forbid you try and make a plan with me this weekend, the week of, because I can't. I'm booked up for the next 6 weeks. Like, I literally am. This weekend, busy, maybe going on a date on Saturday. I don't know yet, because I might go out with my friends. So I will have a see about that. It's literally tomorrow, so I do need to think about that. But just because, you know, sometimes like my attitude is like, do I like you enough? Can I be bothered? Like, can I be bothered setting time aside for a man right now? I don't know. I don't know if that's my vibe right now. Like, I'm on Hinge, I like a little chat, but do I actually want to give anything to a man? And also, I'm thinking, like, would I click with you straight away if I was meant to go on a date with you? You know what I mean? Like, I'm in this to and fro. Like, I've not been single for long at all. Like, it's been like 4 months. So do not need a boyfriend at all. I don't want one. But also, there's that bit of me that I am a lover girl through and through. Like, I want to be in love, like I want to go on holiday, and it's not gonna be this year, but like in my head I'm like manifesting it, like next year I'm gonna meet someone that's gonna be so kind, so on my page, so bigging me up, like will come to the gym with me and like work out with me. Like I went out, I've been going to the gym with my friend Will at the moment, and we just big each other up. I've never had that, like I've never gone to the gym with a boyfriend and felt like they were interested in what I was doing or what wanting to work out with me. It was more like, you go over there, I'll go over here, you know what I mean? I don't want that. I want my boyfriend to be like, do another rep, do another rep. Like I'm into the gym, like I want someone to do like a high rocks doubles with, you know what I mean? Encourage me to do that half marathon, like do it with me, you know what I mean? Like let's work out together, let's go on a run, let's go on a hike, let's do this. Like this is the energy I require from my next relationship. Do you know what I mean? Like energy, let's be sporty together, let's go on holiday, don't be in that pool, let's play mermaids, I can swim faster than you, like blah, 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 blah. I need this, and I need you to go, when I walk out that bathroom at night dressed up, wow, you look amazing, you look stunning. That's what I need every day. I've got about 18-20 bikinis that I'm going to be bringing on this holiday, you know what I mean? And I need you to just look at me and think, wow, and audibly say it. Like don't just think it, say it. You know what I mean? I love it. Like there's no shame in saying anything. But yeah, that is the energy that I need, because that is the energy that I give. I am giving compliments left, right, and centre, especially to a partner, and I know flipping well I do. And yeah, I need that energy back. And I don't know if the energy is coming from this guy that I might be going on a date with tomorrow. I don't know, but maybe I'm just being harsh. I feel like I am just in that mindset of like, I'll be protecting my peace from now on with my friends in my own bubble until someone comes along and absolutely knocks my socks off. But yeah, that is my plea for a man with high energy and love for clothes and love for his girlfriend, not for a girlfriend that you already have, for me as your girlfriend, to like come along and write an application maybe, and yeah, take me on holiday or on a date, or let's go on a run together, or let's go to the gym together, and then go for food after and get a rum and coke or something. Love a rum and coke or a wine. I need a mix, because when I went on a date all that couple weeks ago, I went on a date and I feel like he was more on the exercise vibe, and I'm very, into my exercise, but he was like, oh yeah, I don't really drink, I don't really eat this, and there's nothing wrong with not drinking, there's nothing wrong with not eating this, but I do, you know what I mean? I do that. Like, I exercise a lot. I'm really into my routine, but I drink. I like going out drinking. I like going out dancing. I love a party. I love my food, and I need that. You know what I mean? So my friends are on that vibe. So maybe I'll stick with my friends for the time being. But yeah, this is just my going round at the minute, because I'm unfairly agreeing to dates that I'm not going to go on. But there might be a lucky boy that is, like, you know what I mean? Like the ones that I'm engaging with, having really good conversation with on Hinge, ask me on a date. Like, please ask me on a date. But then even then, would the interest wear off because they asked me on a date and I'm just actually not ready for that? Like, if I wanted to be in a relationship, I would have stayed in my old one. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. That's my dilemma for the Hot Girls Summer. But I saw this other perspective on TikTok, and I feel like maybe this is the perspective that I'm in. And it was not like Hot Girl Summer. It was like, it was something like, let's believe that this is our last summer single. Like, behave like this is your last summer single. And it was like, do what you want, go on whatever date, wear whatever, party hard with your friends, like this, yes. And I thought, yeah, maybe that's the energy that I need. Like, I'm going to be 24 next summer, not old at all, but 24, and I'm like, I want to be, with the love of my life. Like, and if it's not my last relationship, like, God, like, I need to find you. Like, where are you? What do you look like? What do you wear? Do I already know you? Like, where am I going to meet you? You know? And I want the love of my life to have fun with. So I think this year is just going to be enjoy that time with your friends, enjoy that drink, enjoy that dance, hit the gym whenever you like, eat whatever you want, go on whatever holiday you want, maybe go travelling in the later end of the year, and yeah, just live like this is your last time single, because you're the main character in your own life, and why the hell not? And I can remember when I was really hung up on my ex, when we were first exes, and I swear to God I did not go near a man for like 6 to 8 months, because I can vividly remember this man trying to kiss me, and I say man, I was 19, boy trying to kiss me, and literally crying. I literally was like to my friend, like, we need to go home now. Like, we need to go home, and cried. And then that next weekend we went out, and I just said to myself, and I think it was a girls' bathroom episode that just clicked something in my head, and I was like, no, I am the main character in my own life. Like, why am I sitting around moping about about a boy? Go out and do whatever you want. And you bet I got with a guy that night, and I did not cry. But yeah, maybe that's the energy we need to be bringing in. This is the last single summer. Not necessarily, but this is the last single summer, and we are going to be the love of our lives. But for now, let's just have the biggest party ever. Wear whatever the frick you want. Like, if that skirt is too short, so be it. You know what I mean? I'm going to be wearing whatever, and I'm going to be partying hard in Bali, in Milan, in Benidorm, in Spain, and any other holiday that anyone wants me to go on. I've got 2 weekends in Liverpool coming up. Might be a Scouse boy waiting for me. You know what I mean? Like, that's what my sister has lapped up, so maybe I need to get a Scouse boy. But yeah, how fun. Yeah, I'm spending the bank holiday in Liverpool, and we're going out for my friend Zed's birthday, so that should be fun. It always is. He always spoils us rotten, and he's taking us to Liverpool again. He did it the other year, took us to Liverpool, and we all stayed in this room that could bed 28 people. Just deep that. A room that could bed 28 people, and it had 2 hot tubs in it. Big hot tubs as well, and about 14 showers, lots of toilets, mirrored walls, all like the dressing tables with all hair dryers, stuff like that. It was like being in Love Island, literally like being in Love Island. So I don't know what to expect from the hotel this year, but something exciting. I think I can imagine it being a very similar vibe of hotel, unless he's like got us in a few different rooms. I'm not dead sure. But yeah, that's what we're doing this bank holiday weekend. We're going up on the Sunday and spending his birthday there, and then coming back on the bank holiday Monday, and then the following weekend me and my friends have got an Airbnb in Liverpool because it's my sister's 21st, who is also running the Manchester Marathon this Sunday. So how flipping exciting for her. How exciting. And I've got some paper here that I'm going to make some signs with, and I'm not too sure what to write, like, because I feel like Hot Girls Run is a bit generic, but like maybe like run if you, I was going to be like run if you think I'm hot, but it's not about me. I need to make it about Hannah. So yeah, I'll make some little signs for me and her friends to hold, because we're all going to go down and chase around Manchester. And she's just had a right kerfuffle about what she's going to wear. She wanted to wear a pink set, and we both have just ordered able sets. I've ordered one as well, but I don't know if anyone else has ordered able sets and had a light colour. But there's a lot of excess material. Like, there's a lot of baggy material around the crotch area, and it's just not giving. And I thought the same about my set, and I just thought I wouldn't be buying that set again. I would have returned it if I hadn't worn it first. And I shouldn't have worn it first and took the labels out. That is a really bad habit of me. I take labels out of things before I've worn them properly, cut things out, and I should have learned. My mum's always said not to do that, but that'll be an outtake for this year. Maybe stop doing that. But yes, I am going to leave this podcast here. It's not been very inventive podcast, has it? It's just been me wittering on about the holidays that I'm going to go on. But I mean, some people love a chatty little podcasts that I enjoy that from Emma Neal's podcast. They always like a little just chatty, zesty podcast. And yeah, maybe this can be a sign to book a bit of a girly holiday and just have that hot girl summer and do whatever the hell you want. Yeah, okay, that will be the end of this week's episode. Love you guys. Thank you for listening.